I'm happy to introduce Michelle Cattusi, Chair of the School Counseling Department, and Dr. Reed, Assistant Principal for Curriculum and Instruction, who will share information for all grade 9 parents.
Hi, my name is Michelle Cattusi, and I'm the School Counseling Department Chair at Cheshire High School. Welcome to our virtual Freshman Parent Night. This is an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about how parents and school counselors can work together to support student success at CHS. So this is our school counseling team. We have 7 school counselors in our department and 2 interns this year. School counselors are assigned to students by alphabet, and they stick with students for all 4 years of high school. We help students in 3 main areas: academics, so making their schedule, getting extra help if needed, things like that. Social emotional needs, so if they're feeling stressed out, if they're having an issue with a friend and need someone to talk to, or the person they can work with on that as well. And then finally, college and career development. So working with our students to explore careers, what colleges they may need to attend or what schooling they may need to attend to have that career, and setting them on the path to meet that goal. I want to do a quick overview of the things that are available to students grade by grade to help support those 3 different areas. So academics, social emotional, and then the college and career development piece. So in 9th grade, our students already had freshman orientation, and that's something that the Link Group provides, but really is the entrance to being part of the Cheshire High School community for our freshmen. We also talk to students about academic success strategies all throughout freshman year, and that's happening in their classrooms. That's something that their school counselor could talk to them about, and it's addressed in our Healthy Balance and Achievement class, which I'll talk more about in a second. Freshman students will take a career inventory during freshman year, and this is just a first step as part of that career exploration that they'll be doing throughout all 4 years of high school. So they take an inventory in freshman year that will give them some options of careers they may like or enjoy based on how they respond to the questions in that inventory, so they can start exploring some possible career choices for the future. We also have students start a resume freshman year, so that if they're applying to jobs or for scholarships or college applications in the future that they need a resume for, they've started early building that resume as freshmen so that nothing gets left off of it. We'll help them out with course selection. And again, talking about that career piece, we want students at Cheshire High School to be taking courses that are aligned with their career goals. So taking advantage of coursework that might expose them to a field they might be interested in to find out if they really like it. Or if a student does know that there is a certain field they want to go into, making sure that the courses that they select are preparing them to learn more about that career or to have the prerequisite courses needed to get into a school that would prepare them for that career. And then later in the year, we'll have a freshman assembly, which will be an opportunity for the freshmen to hear from our school counseling department all of the different support resources that are available to them. And again, in those areas of academics and social and emotional support. As a whole school, we really want to help transition our freshmen into their high school experience. So there are a lot of opportunities for 9th grade students, and really all students, upperclassmen as well, to get assistance from their teachers if they're struggling in a class. The first line of defense is always the extra help from their classroom teacher, and different teachers may handle this in different ways, especially in our remote environment. So the student should ask their teacher how they can get extra help if they need it. We also have learning labs for almost every subject area at Cheshire High School that the students have access to as well. They may need to fill out a form or make an appointment to access the learning lab, again, in this remote environment. But those learning labs are there for them to get extra support from someone who maybe isn't their classroom teacher but works within that department. We also have options for peer tutoring, some online help, and then we have those office hours on our remote Wednesdays when everybody is learning virtually. For our student athletes, there's a sports study hall that exists after school whenever sports are in session, so that our student athletes can help to balance that sport school balance, so that they're still getting their homework and academic work done while also managing their sports schedule. A very quick note about Power School. We encourage students, especially, starting in freshman year, to regularly be checking Power School, seeing what their grades are so they know how they're performing in their classes and there are no surprises. Maybe that's how they're going to learn they're missing a graded assignment or something like that. Power School is also accessible by parents, as I'm sure you know, and you can find teacher email addresses and daily announcements in there as well. As I mentioned earlier, all of our freshmen take a class called Healthy Balance and Achievement. This is a quarter credit class. It meets about 1 day a week, and it's taught in collaboration between the school counseling department, some of our school psychologists, and teachers in our building. And it's a class for all freshmen that introduces some mindfulness and study skills. One of the things that we've learned over time is that freshmen often come into the Cheshire High School environment feeling very stressed out, and like they don't have the study skills that they may need to be successful on their own, independently. So we wanted to put something in place that would help students deal with stress, so those mindfulness strategies, and then also teach them some study skills up front so that they feel like they can go through their high school years having a good foundation of study skills to be successful. Very quickly moving on to 10th grade. So a lot of the same things continue, but they just kind of build upon them. So again, we help our 10th graders with course selection as we do our freshmen. Sophomore year, there's a career day. So students can explore many different careers by career cluster and find out from professionals in the industry what their experience was like, what kind of courses they took in high school, how they got the job that they have, what they do on their job. So it's in a format where students get to see many different career opportunities all at once and explore them there. We do another career inventory in 10th grade, a different one from 9th grade, again, to have students explore what careers they might like or be good at based on their personality. We also introduce them to our Career Center, which is located up here in the school counseling office. We keep them updated on that resume, and then we start to provide a little bit more of the testing information. So for SATs, specifically, giving students more of that information, doing the PSAT as a 10th grader just to get exposure to that test, and then they can start practicing to improve their score in Khan Academy if they choose, even in 10th grade, and we give them that information as well. Some of the things that are optional, again, are visiting our Career Resource Center and College Resource Center up here in the school counseling office and the things that we have offered through there. And then when we can have college fairs in person, visiting our college fair. We usually have 2 of those that happen in the fall. This year, because of the guidelines that we're under, we couldn't hold those in person, unfortunately. Junior year, we start to get a little bit more personalized. So those career inventories in the 9th and 10th grade years were given in a group format. And in junior year, we start to really hone in on the individual meeting components. We do have a junior seminar, which is a group lesson that happens in the fall, and it's an opportunity for students to kind of review all those inventory results of careers they might be interested in, and now finding that second piece of, okay, so what education do I need to get there, or what training do I need to get there? So we guide them through that process to help them know how to utilize that information so they can start preparing their own personal searches for their post-secondary planning. Students will have their individual meeting with their counselors, their junior meeting, where we do talk one-on-one about what their plan is and how we can assist them in meeting all the steps that they need to meet to reach that goal. Parents are invited to that meeting as well. It usually lasts about an hour, and a lot of information is given out about the post-secondary process, including financial aid information, college application information, trade school information, military, whatever your child is looking into, we make sure we can provide you that information in that meeting. Of course, we help with course selection yet again, and again, aligning it to those personal goals that the student has. Updating that resume, again with the testing. In 11th grade, all students will take the PSAT again, and they will begin taking the SAT. The SAT does happen in school junior year. It's our state accountability test, in addition to being a test that is also can be used for students' college applications. It's a reportable SAT administration for college applications if they're needed. Some of the optional things that students can do in 11th grade, we do a job shadow day, which I would say 95% of the junior class every year will participate in that, where we help connect them with a job shadow experience that's in their field of most interest. And it's an excused absence from school that day. And that is all run through our Career Resource Center up here in the school counseling office. We also have, again, those college fairs, assuming that we can actually do them in person. And then we also have college rep visits. So those college visitations, whether they're in person or virtual, this year they're all virtual, at least for the fall, that students can meet with representatives, or students can go and do college visits on campuses if they're allowed, or attend other college events that are offered. And then senior year, we just continue with that personalization for that student's post-secondary goals and plans. So we do have a large group assembly and senior advisory to push out information very quickly to, to the group in the fall. But then we follow that up with individual meetings with the counselors. And in that, students will talk about what testing information they may still need for SATs, ACTs, whatever that might be. And then we also give a lot of tips on how to access scholarship information, because once that college applications period ends, that students will want to apply for scholarships. Again, those optional things are similar to what's available junior year. So attending college fairs, using the Career Resource Center, going on college visitations. And then we also host a financial aid night in the fall of senior year with a financial planner who gives amazing guidance on what steps families need to take to submit for financial aid for higher education. I quickly wanted to review what the graduation requirements are for Cheshire High School students. If you had a child that graduated recently, I would say this started with the class of 2023, you'll see on the chart there, that their graduation requirements look a little bit different. But for the class of 2024, the current freshman class, this is what their graduation requirements are going to look like. They're going to need 9 credits in the humanities. So that's 4 credits in English, 3 in social studies, which includes a half credit in civics and a full credit in U.S. history, 1 credit in a fine arts elective, and then 1 credit in a humanities elective, which could be from any of those categories. So fine arts, social studies, or English. They'll need 9 credits in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM. 3 of those credits should be in math, 3 in science, 2 should be in career technical education or business and include a 0.5 personal finance credit, and then 1 additional STEM elective. So again, that STEM elective could be in math, science, CTE, or business. Students will need a full credit in PE and wellness to graduate, a full credit in health to graduate, a full credit in world language to graduate, a full credit in the mastery-based performance assessment, which Dr. Reed will talk to you more about in a different presentation, and then 3 additional credits in electives for a total of 25 credits. One of the biggest tools that we use with students through the school counseling department is Naviance. This is an electronic-based data gathering system that students can access at school, can access from home, and parents can access it as well. It's like an electronic filing cabinet that stores all of the post-secondary planning that we do with students in one spot. So all of those career inventories that students take, all of that research on different careers and colleges that students do is all saved in one spot. So when it comes time to act on those goals, that students have one spot to look to get all of that information. It also has a resume builder, which we encourage students to use as well. So what Naviance looks like when you log in, and parents can have access to their child's Naviance account as well. You'll see that on the top there, it lists the different areas. So there's course information, college information, career information, about me information, and then a My Planner. So this really looks at colleges and careers, has lots of different tools within it that we show students how to use, that they can use on their own. And then the About Me is where they can store that personal information like their resume, and they could even set tasks for themselves in My Planner if they're the type of student that wants to set tasks for themselves. Final reminder is just that we hope that you'll stay connected with our department. We know things are very challenging during this virtual time, but of course you can always reach out to us through phone and email. And these are some other ways to get in touch with us, or just to know kind of what's going on, how our department is communicating with families during this time. The school counseling department does have its own section on the CHS website, and a lot of information is posted right on our primary page on our website, different files and things that parents can access. For example, this presentation will probably go up there, and it's right on that front page. I also send out a lot of messages on behalf of our department through School Messenger so that all parents in the Power School system are getting information from our department that they might find helpful for their child, maybe some enrichment opportunities, things going on in our office, especially around course selection time. We'll be communicating about deadlines and things like that way. For our students, we do have Google Classrooms by class, and I'll make sure that all our freshmen get the join code for the freshmen, the class of 2024 Google Classroom. But that's just another place where we will post information that people may find interesting or helpful so that the students have something to access to get more information from us. And then we do have a Twitter account, CHS RAM Counselor. I don't know how many people are still using Twitter, and I am hoping to make it a bit more active this year than it has been in past years. But as a quick way to get out information, I know social media is a medium a lot of us use, so we wanted to be present on there as well. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. The school counselors and I look forward to meeting you in person, and certainly if you do need anything from us, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello and welcome parents and 9th grade students from Dodd, St. Bridget's, and students who are new to our district. I will be sharing information about the Mastery-Based Performance Assessment, which is a graduation requirement beginning with the class of 2023. This is a one-credit pass-fail experience to be completed in a student's junior or senior year. The requirements include creating a project that embodies the essence of the performance standards, sharing a presentation, and completing a reflection piece. A committee will assess the student's work using a common rubric. There are 7 different options for students to choose from in order to complete this project. In order to fully explain the project, including a timeline and the yearly process, we will be sending out a manual to both you and your child in an email this month. I look forward to viewing the incredible work students will be sharing in 3 to 4 years when their projects are complete. Thank you.